Thank you, you guys. I'm honored to be with y'all, and I cannot wait to be a regular listener of Charm City Direct. I'm like to have y'all part of the family. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BExposedRadio.com. First of all, shout out to our sponsors, True to You Entertainment. You can go to their website at True to You. That's TRU, the letter two, the number two, letter U, entertainment.weebly.com. They have an awesome new artist. She's a young lady who has a new mixtape out, Purple Potion, Miss Chink _OTR. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. She just released her new mixtape. It's just a mixtape. This is her first project. So definitely go show her some love, support her, give her some encouragement. She's a young lady that's open to your criticism. Mm-hmm. Today is just that. Also, the fashion umbrella, Miss Sharon Nixon of Baltimore Fashion Week. She has an organization where she encourages young people in the arts and the arts and STEM programs to give them a venue to spotlight them and give them an award for their excellence in their interest, actually, in that program. And that will be October the 15th. More information can be found at the fashionumbrella.com website, or you can go to the Artist Exchange and we'll post a link to their event. The registration for young people to be a part of it has closed. It closed on June the 30th. But the event itself, the award ceremony, will be on October the 15th. But you can still send them information so your young person can be a part of their 2017 lineup. Shout out to the sponsors. A recap of Artscape. It was hot as hell. I think they need to find indoor venue, say the Civic Center, the Convention Center, and let's go indoors. It is way too hot for all that activity for one person. I walked from North Avenue all the way around that L up Mount Royal, and I thought I was going to die. Not even from the walking, but it was hot as hell. And I don't know if they need to do a collaboration with AirFram or the Heritage Festival to switch weekends or possibly something, but it was very cool and very comfortable at the Heritage Festival, but it wasn't as much to do. So I think they need to just switch. Make it a little bit smaller, or just go to the Convention Center. That's a huge venue. I think, make the artists that make a mess sit outside, and then everybody else, like myself, can go
that make inside. A mess.
Right. But I enjoyed myself. I got to go see my friends Kyle Production, him and S. and Johnson. They did a collaboration of a number of short vignettes. It's called Small to More. And Kyle did a piece called Blues Numbers, and it was an awesome event. Shout out to Shar and Tarina and Mary, a couple of my friends that was a part of that production. It was at Theater Project. That's what I do. I go to Theater Project or one of the venues inside, and I soak up the AC, and I partake in the arts that is going on at that venue. That is my artscape. That's what I do. I'm not the outside person. I actually got sunburned from standing outside watching the performance on my forehead. But nevertheless, it was great. It was awesome. I'm always willing to participate in things that support the arts and artists. The next note, we are celebrating 2 of our show's 1-year anniversary. That's Weird Radio with Kenyon Parson, TC Falcone, and Uncle Stello. They celebrated their first year anniversary yesterday at Howl at the Moon. And again, I go to bed very early. I'm not a night owl. So they had me at Howl at the Moon last night. Partying. It's a nice venue. I've been there a couple times, but they have like this live band, and whatever song you ask them to play, they do it live. They sing it live. So it's an interesting venue for that. So definitely go check Howl at the Moon out. I think Be Exposed will be doing their own group show down there soon. Um, Also, Be Inspired radio show with Miss Naomi Burrell, Jabrell Morris, and Dr. D. They're celebrating their 1 year anniversary. They'll be doing a mini open house on August the 3rd here live at the Be Exposed Radio studio. And both of the shows, awesome shows. They have gotten through their first year and they've done a great job at doing it. A lot of growth, a lot of learning experiences that they've both gone through. And I'm so happy that they're still here, still kicking, still doing their thing. And on a more exciting note, we have a few shows that are joining us. Some are still in the works, so they'll be joining us within the next month or two. But we have Charm City Direct. They have joined the Be Exposed Radio family here with Mr. E. Digger, Akira, Anisha, and D the Boss. They'll be joining us today, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for their premiere show, and every Saturday from this point on, forever. I guess forever. We're just gonna say forever. Ever. And they'll be every Saturday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We also have another show called It Is What It Is with an awesome collective of individuals that will be starting in the next 3 weeks on Fridays. So we have 3 shows on Friday now. They'll be from 9 to 11 p.m. I don't know who's going to be here with them. But again, that's past my bedtime. So I'll be listening in from the comfort of my bed. But definitely shout out that. Look at our website, www.beexposedradio.com for all our latest updates, all of our events that are going on in town. And I have 2 more announcements. We will be live broadcasting from 2 awesome events this year. Baltimore Fashion Week on August 12th, 13th, and 14th. And the Artist Exchange will be doing a special off-site edition of the Artist Exchange radio show on August the 13th, live from the War Memorial Building. And we'll be interviewing all the out-of-state artists and designers from Baltimore Fashion Week. So definitely lock your calendar in for August the 13th, but we'll also be live broadcasting August the 12th, 13th, and 14th. If you're in Baltimore City or the DMV area, get your tickets now. We have an awesome lineup. We interviewed 2 of our designers yesterday, Miss Leah Howard and Miss Andrea Harp, 2 awesomely, amazingly talented individuals. Leah is only 10 years old, and she'll be producing her big line of women's fashion on opening night, August the 12th. And Miss Andrea Hart will also be doing her line on the 12th as well. But definitely look forward. The next couple of weeks we'll be interviewing a number of designers from Baltimore Fashion Week. And secondly, we'll be live broadcasting from the African Americans Authors Expo on October the 15th on Morgan State University's campus. Definitely look out for that. We've had a number of their authors on so far. So look forward to a number of authors and designers from Baltimore Fashion Week and African American Authors Expo for the next couple of weeks leading up to both of their events and throughout the rest of the summer for the Authors Expo. Last but not least, there's a lot of announcements. I'm about to get through this so we can introduce our guest for the day. The Be Exposed Radio does an open house each month. This month was a lot. But it was a lot of interesting individuals, artists, entrepreneurs that came through the building to network and jump on the air live. And we had an awesome turnout. We had some spontaneous ciphers going on. So definitely come out each month. Next month is August the 20th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Here at the Be Exposed Radio Studio, 110 East Lexington Street. Following the open house from 5 to 7 p.m., we'll be doing an after-party happy hour at Rumba Tropical at 7 East Lexington Street. An awesome Cuban-American, Dominican, Spanish cuisine. So definitely go check them out Monday through Sunday. Go to their website. If you go to our website, you can click on their banner and go right to them. They're one of our awesome station sponsors. And last but not least, Be Exposed Radio is celebrating its 10th year anniversary. just in life, just in general. Monty has definitely wavered the storm and has definitely grown in the last 10 years. But we'll be doing a kickoff event to that. We'll be going as a group to Six Flags. Everybody is welcome. You can join. Our first bus is getting nearly full, so definitely get your tickets. They are $68. We're going on Saturday, August the 27th. We'll be all departing from the Be Exposed Radio studio at 10 a.m. sharp. For those that like to come late, you can donate your $68 and we'll send you a thank you letter in the mail. Right. 10 a.m. sharp, Saturday, August 27th. Tickets are $68. For more information, give us a call at 410-671-5483, or you can email us at info@beexposedradio.com. Just put in the subject line, I want to go to Six Flags, and we'll definitely hook you up. So without further ado, we have our guest for the day, Mr. Brother Calvin D. Tucker.
Oh, yes.
An actor, designer, singer, rapper. What do you do? Bowling? What else do you do, sir?
Yeah, I'm not a master at bowling, but of course.
Tennis. He does
Join the Brother Calvin Bowling League. We about to drop.
Does a little bit of everything. He's coming on here to promote his new some upcoming projects, and he's a part of a new cast for Dreamgirls.
Yeah,
that actually opened last night at the
Motor House.
Motor House, right on
North and
Howard Street. The new Motor House,
the
new
and
improved
brand new
Motor
crispy
House.
Motor
Exactly,
House.
real crispy. And we'll be talking more about the show and his upcoming projects outside of Dreamgirls. So today's topic is what is your fear and what is in your fear inventory? I was eavesdropping this week on the MARC train on my way back to Baltimore, and it was this young lady, and she was rambling on the phone. I was being nosy, so she wasn't rambling. She was having a conversation. And she was talking about some, I guess she was going to therapy, and her therapist gave her this homework assignment to write down all the things or to take inventory of her fears. And it was an interesting conversation because I've been speaking to a lot of friends and eavesdropping in other conversations as I do as an artist. That's what I do. You're supposed to do that. But I was talking to a lot of friends, and I realized people have fears that prevent them from moving forward, from actually even touching their goals and dreams, not even, hustling through it, but actually touching them and actually opening a door to actually start them or foresee them or, make them come to life. And one of the things that I've tried to do in my life is really help people to make what they want to do successful. And I've made a kind of a passion out of doing that. I love to see people excited about what they do and actually accomplishing what it is that they want to do. But I want to hear from you. What are some of the things that are in your inventory as far as fears that keep you and prevent you from moving to the next level? In my life right now, I'm about to make a move literally out to another state, and there's no hesitation in it. But when you establish yourself in one place, it's very hard to just uproot and move. I was never that person that was just, let me get out of here. I always planted myself and became well-rooted in whatever I was doing. So in me deciding to move, there are a lot of factors like, okay, where am I going to stay? Where am I going to work? Am I going to get a regular job and save up? Or how am I going to do this? So I realized some of the fears that I had in becoming this artist outside of the DMV area. So I'll share some of my experiences. I'll pull some of those experiences out of Mr. D. Tucker, Calvin D. Tucker, and he'll share some of his experience in that area. When we return, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks.
Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, it's Marty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Marty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda, because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website. Check it out.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that
so
building.
You just shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you...
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking, like not like tear it up, but but just like a
little 1 2,
hell, a little not voguing, but kind of the essence of it, very posy and hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust my sweats.
So that's maybe you don't have the dance gene in you.
Oh, I can dance.
Okay.
That's not what I want to do. I can dance. But I'm not, trying to get that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Bandsy Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Bandsy Soul. Yeah. But just mark it so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. I'm like, pinky up.
I cannot. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live.
on Be
The Fashion
Exposed
Umbrella
Radio.
Foundation is proud to announce the Educational Honors. The Foundation is a grassroots organization that champions inner-city youth by providing educational opportunities and resources to engage youth in the arts and STEM. The Educational Honors is a youth-based program that recognizes students in grades 7 through 12 who have at least a 2.5 GPA and perfect attendance for one school year. Those selected will be invited and recognized at the Educational Honors Awards reception on Saturday, October 15th, 2016. City Council President Bernard C. Jack Young will be the keynote speaker for the evening. Students will also be inducted as Fashion Umbrella Foundation Scholars for the class of 2016. For more information about the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, visit www.fashionumbrella.org or email us at info@thefashionumbrella.org. What's going on, everybody? This is Brett, the 2016 intern here at Be Exposed Radio. I'm here to announce that the young and talented new artist Chink just dropped her new mixtape, Purple Potion, which is now available on Spinrilla and SoundCloud. If you haven't listened to it already, definitely be sure to check it out. And while you're at it, be sure to follow Chink on Instagram at Chink_OTR and to check out True to You Entertainment's website, truetoyouentertainment.weebly.com. Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to get yourself noticed? Well then, why not sponsor us? There are lots of different options to choose from commercial spots and on-air shoutouts to interviews and even putting your logo on our website. Don't miss these great opportunities to get noticed. Check out our sponsorship packages on our Facebook page or on our website, beexposedradio.com.
Yeah. West Baltimore. You already know. I want the whole city to tell me. East side, west side, tell me what's your best side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. I'm having a good time. I'm snacking on rap assassins who slacking, K-Easy jacking it, blacking out and attacking it. Witnesses reenacting it, passionate, show my ass in it, mashing, incinerating and smashing. You a coward with fashion, it's a shower of thrashing. Coming from the empowered, powerful masses who set power to devour you bastards. You out or you passing, devout or you flashing. Hollow with 4-pounder, but without it you slacking. You lacking, what happened? I thought we was just having fun. Rhyming ciphers for grassing it, homie. I ain't the one nigga serious upon. Belt the buckle and fasten it, crashing is hazardous. To suggest you ease up on the gas a bit. They done put this cap in that ratchet and started blasting. It happens when that immaculate rapping gets hit toe tagging and snagging. If you don't know whether you next, so do your best. My city screaming out, east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. East side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. West side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. East side, east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. West side.
Sad as a bitch, cause they just killed my cousin. If y'all bomb first on this kill, let me know what it does. Pack a bowl of that kill, now it got me a buzz. Ask my fan what it is, no recollection what was. Never look back at the past, only pics for that gram. Welcome in Katie and Junior, yeah, I just said that for Sam. Know me, I'd rather be peace. Turn volume down on that violent, 300 deep with my fam. We party hard on that violet and Rice's town for Shay Allen. With Shaggy juice in my system, mason jars for the flavor. More clientele, you should tip her. More clientele is supreme. A Baltimore city slicker. If my wardrobe is supreme, I'll show how royalty differs. Got a commission from catch the baton cause he passing. That West Baltimore be the way, East Baltimore be the habitat. Great commission from scripture, trying to save life, soul, and spirit. If you look so unfamiliar, the niggas ain't trying to hear it. Now where you from?
East side, west side, tell me what's your best side. East side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. West side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. East side. I said east side, west side, tell me what's your best side. West side. Yeah. Shout out the whole 410, 443. All sides, east side, west side, north side, south side. Every city, every borough, every chamber. You already know.
welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com. That was Easy Jackson and Greenspan in their video called East West. Two phenomenal Baltimore living legends. I would say they really do a lot
Yes,
for their community. They do a lot for their craft, and I'm really happy that they've both been able to stop past the Artist Exchange. So I wish them well. I just wanted to start shouting out more local, more DMV artists, more independent artists in general on the show. So from now on, the second segment is dedicated to independent music. So definitely submit your music to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com. We're going to take a quick break once again, and we'll be back with the one and only brother Calvin D. Tucker.
Oh, yes.
The man of many hats.
Amen.
Shoes, shirts,
and jackets, cufflinks.
What's going on, everybody? This is Brett, the 2016 intern here at Be Exposed Radio. I'm here to announce that the young and talented new artist Chink just dropped her new mixtape, Purple Potion, which is now available on Spinrilla and SoundCloud. If you haven't listened to it already, definitely be sure to check it out. And while you're at it, be sure to follow Chink on Instagram at Chink_OTR, and to check out True to You Entertainment's website, truetoyouentertainment.weebly.com.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org.
Check out this flashback
Brought
on
to you by the
Gangsta
Ad Council
Goddess
and the National
Radio
Highway
Show.
Traffic
You are true to yourself. You walk that, and you walk it with your head up, because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this. I will persevere. I will keep moving. We have Black women who are dealing with mental issues. We have Black women who are dealing with health issues. We have Black women who are dealing with self-esteem issues.
Well.
We have Black women who are just dealing with issues, child. So as you try to figure out, why am I here? What's my purpose? And that can bring you down. And you have to find that, oh no, you gotta be gangster enough to say, oh no, boo-boo, not today. You will not get me. I am here. I can take a punch and keep it moving. But I can also give one. Don't get it twisted. And then go in and fix my makeup. What? Get the lip gloss popping, put the wrap on, and keep it moving. So that is that gangster goddess. That's where I find the balance. So you have to know when to bring it out, each side, because I can give it to you either way, because I am Mother of Truth. You're the unicorn, you're magical Negro, you're gangster goddess, and I am here. So thank you so much for your question. Feel free to text us again, and the number is 443-642-9403. But I hope we answered that for you.
For this and more, be sure to tune in to Gangsta Goddess Radio Show every Tuesday from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something, and oh, wait, hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway.
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, huh?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
What's going on, everybody in the world and be more? This is not the Arctic Exchange. This is the co-host takeover.
Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to get yourself noticed? Well then, why not sponsor us? There are lots of different options to choose from commercial spots and on-air shoutouts to interviews and even putting your logo on our website. Don't miss these great opportunities to get noticed. Check out our sponsorship packages on our Facebook page or on our website, BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have Mr. Calvin D. Tucker. Calvin, let these people know all that you're doing right now. This man has a calendar, a tour of events that he has going on. When do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you do anything, sir?
What's going on, Baltimore? It's your boy, Brother Calvin, the Brother Calvin Show on YouTube, Male Model Reach Movement, shout outs. I gotta do my shout outs now. Shout out to Mama Sharon, just dropped some knowledge on me, and it's actually related to your topic too. She dropped some knowledge.
She got some good things. Gangsta
Sitting next to the Queen Alma in the building. I missed you.
Hello.
Miss
It's good
Nate,
to see you, Brother Cal.
the whole
We
team.
just gonna get him a show here because he's done every show.
He is part of the family.
Yes, yes. When I do Mondays in a couple months, that will officially have been all of y'all shows from back then.
Nice.
Yes.
I think. It might
No,
have
we
been.
got some new shows though.
No, I'm talking about from back, from that time when I
Okay.
was doing Jonathan's and y'all.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm a recording artist, actor, model, preacher, designer, stylist.
He does backgammon,
rapper,
like-
events producer. The True Motivation music tour kicked off September of last year has been amazing, and I'm going to close it out with my birthday event at Ottabar in collaboration with the awesome team of Thursday Night Realness in October for my birthday / finale. Of course, we bringing Joelle, Dion, and Michelle Brown back from the tour to close out.
On this tour
To close out.
I'm not saying that the people on the tour they go out and do awesome things. I'm just saying,
Right.
Joelle
just
Dion,
dropped that EP.
Connie.
Can we talk about that EP from Joelle Dion? I see it.
Gave us a little touch,
Come
little
on.
taste of it, and
I
then
screamed
also
for help. That thing.
Got a little bit. I got in trouble for playing it a little too loud at work. I was in it. I guess.
Tell them be quiet. It'll soothe you. You know you ain't listen to this Joelle Dion.
So I really suggest that you join this tour. Like, get his information, send him.
Well, we on break right
your
now,
album.
so because of Dreamgirls. I actually had to cancel a date, which is this Sunday, because when I booked Dreamgirls, I had already booked this date.
Okay.
So, but I called the guy first because I'm a genuine person. So, I explained to him what was happening. I said, tomorrow I'm about to audition for Dreamgirls, and if I get it, then this, and this. And so the man was excited for me.
Ahead of time. You didn't wait till you already got the role.
Right. Like,
see, this is what I'm saying.
What had happened was
vacation.
Yeah, so he spoke into my life. He was excited about it. He said, man, look, he's an older guy. So he's like, I've been there, done that. I understand. So we can always come back and do something later. I want to support. So that really made me feel really great about that because I hate doing stuff like that because I'm not the kind of artist like, oh, a better opportunity. It's just Dreamgirls. It's like
And that's
everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like a
and
dream.
It's not so much that you would not have chosen Dreamgirls, but you communicated that with individuals that were involved in your life and your work, and you have to communicate. Open your mouth and just say something. Let that fear go to the side. Like they ain't gonna like me. They ain't gonna.
Yeah,
if
I got
you
past that a long time
say
ago.
anything, I'm really not gonna like you.
Right. Because then
you
they don't
messing
have
with
nobody in
money
my
at that
place.
point.
You just mess up their whole situation. It's almost like you sabotaging somebody because you don't know how to communicate properly.
Exactly. And you're not focused. And most times you're just being selfish.
Right.
And you don't care.
Right.
You know, that doesn't matter. I'm not making no money from that. Let me go over here.
Now I was thinking about trying to be Superman too. Like now I'm staring at the calendar, looking at the times of both shows. Like,
So you're getting a little too old for that, Calvin.
How can I pull what side of town is Dreamgirls and then this show and then because if I close
front off
on
stage
this
and
one,
on to that one.
if I missed the bow on Dreamgirls, I could just run as soon as my last scene and get across town.
And the quality of your work fails every time. I remember doing that.
Not every time.
I'm telling you. But if you
the people that don't know how to do it, then they fail.
Yeah, but
if I had tried to do this one, I would fail.
But sometimes it would have been much better if you just
pick one.
You waste so much energy, and in the process, if you're doing Dreamgirls, you worrying about, okay, I got to leave at this time. So you focus
the whole show and your scene. You worried about what time you gonna leave.
Exactly.
You like, F, you looking here.
Right, you milking this line a little too long. That's your attitude.
Can you hit the last note, please?
Exactly. Don't let it be a talk back. Oh Lord, I'm not doing this. No. But definitely, sometimes you have to choose one. Sometimes you can fix your schedule where, you know, you got an hour to a wiggle time and you can make it. But when you cut this choose one.
I hate doing that. I try not to do that a lot. I try not.
You got time. Like, it's time. Like, everything doesn't have to be right now.
Right.
Pace yourself, and your time and the quality of what you do is so much better. Now you can focus on Dreamgirls and getting it done and not, oh my God, Sunday I got to rush. I got to get here. And then you want to be late. You're gonna be late to it, and you're gonna be rushing, and then at the show you're gonna
look a mess, and you probably be out of breath. You're gonna start in the wrong key.
Just pick one. That's the jewel of the day. Just pick one sometime.
Pick one.
You can't do everything every time. So,
right.
Tell us a little bit about Dreamgirls. It opened up last night. At the Motor House on Howard and North Avenue.
Yeah,
a nice event hall.
We did a preview for Artscape too. Some of the cast, they went and did some of the songs, then talked through what it was about and everything like that. They did that last week. Yeah. Artscape.
So how did you come to be a part of this cast? Because it's been coming for a long time. We've been hearing buzz of this theater company actually performing this.
Okay. The interesting thing is I have never heard of Art Centric, the company that's producing Dreamgirls, until I was a part of it. And so we were talking about earlier how on social media networking, like I'm like the networking king, but people think I'm psycho. Sometimes they don't really understand because I like randomly friend people. You can tell by people's either their profile picture or a post whether they're doing some of the same things you're doing. If it would be a good idea to connect, or just for general connection. It may not be we gonna work on something tonight. It could be just later on. You never know. So anyway. I was doing that. I friended a guy who just happened to be an actor and singer. So that's all I knew at that point. Reached out with my little general, what's going on? I do this, and this, and blah, 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 blah. That was it. He responded with a general response. That was it. 2 months later, he tagged me on the audition for Dreamgirls. And it was 2 days from the time that I got it. 2 days later, I would have to audition for it. And it was in Baltimore. I said, So, of course, I went. And I went, and so I had no idea that Marty was even a character that was open. What I learned later was they had cast everybody. They had cast Marty, and that didn't work out with Marty. So when I came in, the casting said understudy for Curtis and singers and dancers. So I went in, sung, I didn't do a monologue, the sung, and they had us read with the cast that was there at the rehearsal, and that was it. And so he kind of expressed his interest in me and the other guy, Brandon, who plays the MC of the whole show. We came on the same audition date. And so he expressed that he was thinking about it. So in my head, I kind of felt that I got it, so that he waited till the next day to confirm it. So it happened just like that.
And networking is very important.
Right.
and
Because this
on
guy
both
does not
sides
know
of it.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We never met in person.
Right.
You know, I didn't send him no money.
But your social
And that's
media
how I do,
site
too.
says a lot about you, and we have to start finagling our social media to be less personal and more in the vein of what we want to be in life, and keeping it, because more people are watching you than what you think they are.
Yeah.
And you don't know how many times he done went through those pages and followed those hashtags and follow what you was doing to even send you out that message.
Right.
And you gotta, I've noticed a lot of people are networking, but people aren't receiving it. Like, I don't, what do you want to be?
That's what it is, because they want to know what the intentions are.
Right.
I get that all the time. And I understand, though, because, you know, we had this talk over like maybe 7 shows ago about running into people who have ulterior motives and weird, twisted motives, you know. And so you have to be careful. So I don't get mad. I don't ever get mad when somebody questions me. You ask me all the questions you want, but be respectful in it and have an ending to the direction you're going in. For example, when you find out that, you know, I'm genuine, what you gonna do then? Are you still gonna be on the negative? Because that's where you need to be at. Like, you ask questions to come to a conclusion to move forward. If you're not doing that, we don't need to get into it.
Logically speaking,
yeah.
A lot of people are stuck in their own fear.
That's true.
And with some of the things, because I've been through a lot of, you know, shady producers and directors, and you like, sir, no, I'm not going to come out to a cold call in the middle of a day. That's not happening. I've experienced
Not even
that.
close.
But you have to at some point learn how to research and do your, you know, due diligence and have a conversation with somebody and learn what they're, because I have a lot of people that I welcome into the Artist Exchange group, because it's a group for artists to post their stuff,
to exchange,
right, to post,
collaborate,
right, network,
and help each other
and they
grow.
people have issues with not knowing why I want you to network, because I want you to do well, because if you do well, then you're gonna bring that back to the Artist Exchange, and then I'm gonna do well. So that's my intention for it. But I also dislike seeing people work and people being happy in what I hate to have somebody, they are RNs over here, or they doing something over here, and it's not what they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing it not as a benefactor job, but I'm gonna do this until
I need to survive,
right? So somebody
and I'm not
discovers
pursuing
me
my dream enough or aggressively enough.
People not getting discovered at coffee shops no more. That's not happening.
Really.
You gotta be actively doing what you're supposed to be doing.
The anomaly is the unique people get those discoveries, and I'd be mad. But.
So I'm gonna touch on the topic a little bit. Go ahead.
Can I do something else? Because we were talking about how I got into Dream Girls. And what's interesting is, you know, I was on my tour, and when I started it, the momentum was great. You know, I was booking it. I was reaching out to people that I had already had business with before, booking the tour dates. I said, after that point, the next step, I want people to fly me out. Then that happened February this year. Then I was like, the next step is I want people to call me to book it. So that's where I was at in this season when I heard about Dream Girls. And I was looking back a couple months ago like, God, I'm not receiving any, you know, interest in any calls to get the tour brought somewhere. So I wasn't sad, but I was just like, that's interesting. And I was like, well, I'll chill for a minute, and I'll go back to booking it myself and then end it in the fall unless a major organization takes it somewhere else. So, excuse me. At that time was when I got the audition for Dream Girls. And I didn't know at that time, if I had booked all these tour days, I would have had to make a choice.
Yeah.
You know, or most likely I wouldn't have been able to do Dream Girls because it would have been more than one day. I can't. That's too much. I ain't that kind of person. I would have had to stick to my tour. But 20 shows every weekend, and I was wondering why my tour wasn't being booked. You understand? Like, it's crazy. So I only had to cancel one date, and I did that in good favor with the person that booked it. And then there was one other event, the Kiki Shear tour. I was going to that to see it, and I had bought the ticket, but I was able to sell the tickets.
Nice.
That was good. So it was only 2 things, and one was major. That was my tour. So I'm just like, God. I said, God is the best manager. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see it coming. I always wanted a residency, but I thought it would be like a singing residency, like every Tuesday of the month down there somewhere, you know, or like a singing residency. I didn't know that a theater residency was about to come. So I'm grateful.
And that's always a good thing, because I think this runs through September
11th.
Okay, there we go.
That's the last show.
And it
every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And that's a good run for actor, because I hate doing things for a weekend or one performance, because you don't really get the kinks out. You don't really get, especially theater. If you just do that one weekend, that's just a waste. It's really a waste of your efforts being put into the practice part of it. But Talk about the cast and how it was joining that cast and being a part of. One of our friends of the show, Tevin Brown, is also in the show.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Phenomenal
Tevin.
singer.
Yeah, Tevin plays Cece. We have two Effies, Crystal and Tish, excuse me, who are both powerhouses. And they are amazing. A lot of the cast has already been a part of the Art Citric company.
Right.
So I'm one of the new breeds, you know. So it's been amazing. It's like family. It really is. And I was telling people, because I would tell people about how long the rehearsals are. When I first became a part of it 3 or 3 months ago, we were doing rehearsals Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, all 4-hour rehearsals. So that was really grueling as well. But then last week was every day was rehearsal at the venue that we had out in Catonsville. Then we moved to the venue this week, and that was a whole nother monster. Yes, on Thursday.
Once you get into the space,
on Thursday I got home at 1:30 a.m. and had to get up at 6:30 for work to leave from work and get ready to open the show last night. Come on, somebody. Then I got up 7 a.m. for Insane Saturdays. I do calisthenics with your boy, actor Rick Palmer. That's my homeboy. Okay. We go to the Montebello Lake. No, the Drew Hill Lake. Is that called Montebello?
The one on East Baltimore?
No, Drew Hill Park.
Yeah, Drew Hill, the reservoir.
Reservoir. We go there every Saturday, do calisthenics, get it in. Then I went from there to the gym, and I came here. Then I go from here to go sleep for show number 2 on tonight. Then get up at like 7:30 to be at church for leadership training, which is also all summer and ends in the fall. And I do that every weekend.
In doing a lot of people look at artists that are that active and they like, you got to calm down. And I've realized for myself, that's always been my schedule. And the more you do, the more you get better at saying no to stuff and multitasking,
knowing what's quality,
right,
and what's for you,
balancing it out. And it's a joy to be able to do all that you do. And I'm glad that I'm not stuck at a job where it's just, this is what I'm looking at every day. And there's some variations and levels in what I'm doing. So I really applaud you for being able to exist. Right. And not be laid out on some crazy mattress. Right. But it definitely takes a lot of work and a lot of practice to get to a point where you are actively in what you're doing. So we're gonna tie up this segment. Let us know where we can find you on social media, where they can send some of those checks.
Right.
Communicate with you.
The booking number is 410-303-6841. The email is calshowtime@gmail.com. You can hit me up there for all serious inquiries. There is no show I do not perform at. There is no event I will not show up and show out. Working on major things. I'm looking for sponsorship. We'll talk about that later. Find me on YouTube, Brother Calvin Tour. You can type that in, and then attached to that is like 200 other videos and my work.
So we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Don't forget to check us out live. Watch us live on YouTube. Go to the YouTube app or whatever, how you get to it, and go to Be Exposed channel and look at us.
And get ready to call in. Face. Talk to your boy.
410-702-5657. Thank you, Mr. Calvin. He's on it. He's ready.
Come on.
So we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
Focus on the word take for a moment.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, when I begin to just, think about take. When you taking something. Yes, we think about, the possession and grabbing hold, but when you taking something on, you're capturing it, you're securing it, and you become impregnated with that.
Wow.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I can't wait to the
That's the holy of holies.
That's a good person, I think. We could do some collaboration with. Welcome back.
Oh, yes.
To the
You just heard See His Face by Brother Calvin. That came off the EP. Can I Get an Intro?
There we
Back
go.
in the day,
That-
featuring DJ Fella.
He did a Throwback Thursday on a Saturday.
Get him.
Joining us in the building, we got Mr. Brother. Why I keep saying Mr. Brother Calvin D. Tucker in the building with us.
Yeah.
Also joining us is another artist I got to meet Saturday at the open house, Mr. Big Sean. Big Steve, I'm sorry, I said Big Sean. What is going on? I was reading something else. Big Steve. So introduce yourself, Steve.
My name is Bodymore Big Steve. You
There we
feel
go.
me? Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
So let us know what you do, who you are.
You know, it's a lot of feedback in the mic.
Take one off.
You take the headphones off.
It's only for calls.
Oh, got you. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a rapper from Baltimore City, but I mean, I do it all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Been doing it for about 10 plus years, man.
So what has brought you this far? How have you gotten to 10 years? What's the journey been?
Well, no, it's really it's a passion for music. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it. This is my way of releasing stress. It's my way of venting. You know what I mean? If I didn't have music, I'd be in all types of. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But
is that how you got into it?
Is that how I got into it? Yeah, really, it was. You know what I mean? I was going through something, and then it just came out in lyrics.
So are you from Baltimore?
I'm from Baltimore, West Baltimore. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
West side till you die.
You know.
Right.
So tell us a little bit of no, not yet. Tell us a little bit about your album coming out.
My album is already out. You know what I mean? As far like basically what it is, and look, and I say it on air. I'm bootlegging my album right now. Feel me? You can get it
selling
from me.
it. It's not bootlegging.
It is bootlegging because it officially comes out in October. I got distribution. You feel me? So it's gonna be in stores. It's gonna be online, iTunes, all that. But it's. I just want you.
So
to
the
hear
official
now.
release, is it going to be additional songs on that one?
No, sir. But you know what? Like with the distribution, you reach more people that obviously I can't reach. So I mean, like it ain't like it's going to be the same people buying it. Or you know, if you did buy it again. You feel me? I love you.
So what does this project? Tell us a little bit about the album itself.
Well, it's called I Am Who I Am, and it's really like a mirror image of me and all of my moods. You feel me?
Okay, little
like,
schizo. Okay.
I mean, you know, we know everybody's not the same all the time.
Right.
You know, even though like some rappers always want to keep it gangster on every song, you can't keep it gangster on every song because I'm sure you love your girl, you love your kids, right? So that's my thing. Like you get all those different sides of me. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? That's really what it is this different sides of me. Plus I was going through a lot when I wrote it, so all that's in it. You know what I'm saying?
So let us know when you can, where we can find you at on social media. Close out the segment.
On social media, Bodymore Big Steve on basically everything. Yeah, I appreciate it. Look, you gotta hand me my flyer because I don't know my social media, even though my phone is in my hand 24/7. FB Bodymore Big Steve. Twitter, the letter B, Big Steve Music. On Snapchat, the letter B, Big Steve Music. IG Bodymore Big Steve, and Google me. I'm up to like 20 some pages. And you know what else? When you type in Bodymore on Google or on YouTube, my name just pops up now.
There we go.
That means you working.
That means he's working. We're gonna take a quick break, pay some bills here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Join us, watch us on YouTube live at Be Exposed at the Artist Exchange Radio Show. So definitely come on back.
Live now.
We'll be right back.
Hey, look at go.
Well, it live stream.
Hey everybody, it's Monty, the executive producer here at BeExposedRadio.com, and I'm here to talk about my show. I know, how selfish, right? Talk Lately with me, Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So what do we talk about on this show? I can tell you this, there has never been a show that I have gotten completely through the full agenda because our topics, our conversations are just that damn good. I cover politics, gossip, entertainment, and hey, I love a good panel discussion. Hey, get a group of people in here and let us debate it out. That is the best thing in the world. Not to mention, I take calls and texts, and I'll debate with you too. So why don't you get involved and be heard? What's that old adage? Closed mouths don't get fed. That says it all. So join me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Call me at 410-702-5657. You can text at 443-642-9403. And don't forget to be heard and vote in our weekly poll right on the website.
The Fashion Umbrella Foundation is proud to announce the Educational Honors. The Foundation is a grassroots organization that champions inner city youth by providing educational opportunities and resources to engage youth in the arts and STEM. The Educational Honors is a youth-based program that recognizes students in grades 7 through 12 who have at least a 2.5 GPA and perfect attendance for one school year. Those selected will be invited and recognized at the Educational Honors Awards reception on Saturday, October 15th, 2016. City Council President Bernard C. Jack Young will be the keynote speaker for the evening. Students will also be inducted as Fashion Umbrella Foundation Scholars for the class of 2016. For more information about the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, visit www.fashionumbrella.org or email us at info@thefashionumbrella.org.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. It's me, your host, Nate, my co-host, Big Mama Alma.
What's up?
We have in the building Brother Calvin D. Tucker, the man of many hats. And joining us also is Body Moore, Big Steve and his crew. You got the enforcer over here holding the tape camera for us. But we have a song of his. Come to me, right?
It's called "Come and Tell Me."
Come and tell me. I'm crazy. I just told him that.
It's all
Come and
good.
tell
It's
me.
all
So
good.
we about to play that real quick.
I give you 6 months, and then you'll have everything down pat.
There we go. See, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go. So we about to play that.
Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever.
I remember when I met you, melt my heart when you came through. Steady thinking about little shit that I could say to you. Couldn't be no lame dude, thinking got me drained too. So I gotta cool out to really find my aim too. Look, I had to keep it on the tuck. See, I ain't the type of nigga get rejected cause my luck be. See, you ended up showing so much love. So instead of going out, you met up in the club with me. We vibed out, a lot of drinking, we was cool and low. And you was just like one of the homies we was fooling on. But what it turned into, I mean, who can know it's like sparks, fire, and boom, we was 2 on 1.
Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever. Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever.
We at the point when we don't wanna be apart, so I take you out to LA, Texas, and New Orleans. I'm just trying to show you things that you never seen before. I'm just trying to show you things, what I mean from the heart. Love sketches and then why right up on the side. You feel stressed, I send flowers right up to your job. Because you're special to me, and I hold you high, put you on that pedestal level when I ain't ever lie. All I see is happiness when I look in your eyes. Go to sleep, wake up, you still crack a smile. Sometimes I think this can't be true. Steady saying, while I wanna stay forever in this moment that we having now.
Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever. Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever.
But like every good thing, it came to an end. I don't know what happened, I don't even know which way to spend. Mind going crazy, I don't even know which way to vent. Thinking about you daily, thought I would do it, lost this play to win. I guess I pushed you away, the crazy I said. But I ain't mean it, but I know that shit is really dead. I know you at the point you moving on, don't really care. Take it on the chin, it's my fault, I should've held you there. But now when I wake up, you're not really there. When I drive on the side, you're not really there. My pride, I'ma rise, I'ma make it clear. If you need me on my mind, but baby girl, I'll be here.
Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever. Come and tell me how you feel. I've been wondering, wanna be your one and only. We can be forever.
Hello.
Caller.
Oh yes.
Hello, caller.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing well. How are you this afternoon?
I'm great.
Can you give us your name?
This is the one and only Mr. Jimmy Early.
That's right, Jimmy Early.
Give me your real name though.
My real name is Brian Jeffrey Daniels.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
I haven't talked to you in forever.
Oh wow, who's this?
This is Alma.
Alma.
Cousin Pete.
Hey.
Wow. What
How
in
are
the
you,
world?
sir?
Jesus, I'm fine. Who did you play in Seraphina? What was your
I
name?
don't know. Zip is on something like that. One of them side characters. They just gave me the name. You know how
That
they
means
do.
she get paid
So
for it.
Right. So how are you, sir?
I am well. Back in the I came back to the area and to pretty much do Dreamgirls among other things. And I'm playing Jimmy Early.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Jimmy got sound.
How you liking it?
It's very, very it's an experience. It's a very awesome experience. It's very different because this is like the 6th time I've done Dreamgirls. And it's like this time around it's very, very different. It's very amazing. There's so much growth in me and in others that I've worked with before, and even like the process that we went through. We pretty much rehearsed in a sweatbox. Made of cement and wood, right? 9 degrees or more. And then when we get to the actual space, the space is a little smaller than what we rehearsed in. It was just like a lot of like, oh God. And you know, it's tough. It's tough, but the finished product is amazing. These people are singing.
How was opening night for you?
For me, opening night was okay. So for me, my personal opening night, I was like, it was okay. I mean, you know, everybody was like, no, it was awesome. But overall, opening night was spectacular. It was all the quick changes. I know personally, I have about 13 to 15 costumes.
Wow.
And we changed one of his costumes on stage in our scene.
Literally. Yeah, it was literally on stage.
I'm his manager, so get them ready for the next show.
So, and it's just, and I think I still have a couple pieces of costumes that are not there yet. So they'll be coming in. And then I had to get like a weave in my head.
Wow.
I call it the flipping dip.
The flipping dip.
I love it.
So it's very it's a very interesting role. I tell you that much. I've never played Jimmy. I've played every other male character except for Jimmy.
Okay, so it's the first
and
time
that's
I was
shocking
gonna ask
because when
that
you
question.
see him as Jimmy, you like, what other character was you going to play?
Right. What's it like being back in Baltimore?
You know, it's strange. It's strange. It's strange because it's like it feels so foreign, but at the same time, it's just like it feels like home again. Because you know, I was there for 7, 8 years, and it's just like, oh, it's like I still know all these people. Like I'm calling into here thinking I didn't know anybody but Calvin, and you're like, I haven't talked to you in years. Like, well, who's this? Like, Alvin. I'm like, what the?
Well, our world is not very big, sir. We eventually run back into each other again.
That's right. I was just talking about Seraphina actually to Laurel. Well, the girl who plays Laurel in the show. Her name's Alana Lindsay. She's fierce. My God, you have to see her. I was just talking about Seraphina to her, and I mentioned all of you guys. All of you. I was just, it was wonderful. And I was talking about the time. You may remember this, when I had a really bad migraine. I fell off the scaffolding. Remember?
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yes. And I couldn't even talk or anything. I was just like,
You know, that was the first play I had done in probably 6 or 7 years. So Serafina meant a lot to me. It was a lot of fun to do with you guys. Thanks so much for calling in, Brian.
Oh, yes. See you in a couple hours.
We're gonna try to get the cast on soon, so we'll be reaching out to management and such to try to get you guys on. So thank you for calling in, and you're always welcome to come on and chat it up with your fellow Morganites.
Absolutely.
All right, Fair Morgan.
All right, Brian, you have a good one.
That was Jimmy Early from Dreamgirls doing 20 shows open last night through September 11th. Get your tickets now. www.artscentric.net. They are only $25. 8 shows are already sold out. That means if my math is correct, there's 13 left. If I can't count.
So that again, that was a young man from the Dreamgirls cast,
Brian Jeffries.
So I'm gonna try to get out and see that show. I love Dreamgirls, but like I said, joining us live in the building, we have Brother Calvin D. Tucker, and also Bodymore Big Steve. His song just brought us back into Come and Tell Me, featuring Mr. Tevin Harper, that's also sitting beside me right now, and performed by Bodymore Big Steve. So let us know a little bit about this song. Is it a feel-good album? It sounds like a real summertime flow type of album. So how have you been pushing it?
Every song don't sound like that because every day of my life ain't peachy. And that song ain't peachy either. If you would have listened to it, we broke up at the end.
That's not always a bad thing.
Well, it was for me.
It's a
I
rebirth.
ain't gonna lie. I keep it real.
She broke your heart.
Oh man. But you know, it is what it is. Life is life, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, but I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff that I'm going to, like, literally real life.
So how was it getting all that stuff out on an album?
That's the best way for me to vent. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only way I know how to do it. You know what I mean? That's why I say, like, music is really my therapy.
So it wasn't any hesitation in exposing those parts of yourself?
It wasn't no hesitation, but I mean, as far as like putting it out so everybody knows what's going on in my life, I mean, I don't care.
So I'll take it over to Mr. Harper. Yeah. Introduce yourself, sir. Get a little bit closer.
My name is Tevin Harper. I'm influenced by King Kendrick and motivated and inspired by Queen Latifah.
You can. So let us know. How did you and Bodymore meet?
Oh man, a homie. Somebody tagged him, a singer, and he hit me up and was like, "Yo, right to this beat." Next thing you know, we were singing, "I'm taking my chances on love." Yeah.
How long have you been singing?
Oh man, I think when I was 16, but it was a little too late.
Never too late. Never too late.
I was kind of already exposed to the world by the time I understood the gift I had.
And that's the grit, the experience, the foundation you have to stand on.
Right.
So how are you going? Are you pursuing the singing, or are you just testing the waters out right now?
I'm kind of like pursuing it. I'm in the notion of like taking it serious right now. So a lot of things I'm still overcoming while I'm trying to sing, write, be creative.
So we not focusing on your solo project right now, but just building some experience and a repertoire.
Actually, yeah. I actually want to be different and build that album of collaborations.
So when can we expect a body of work?
Man, before this year over.
There we go. I like how music is no waiting process no more.
I've been working on the album for 8 years.
Wow. Okay. So that's a phenomenal album that's gonna be coming out. Do you have a certain date or any other collaborations besides Bodymore? So anybody else you want to work with in the city? Or?
Yeah. A bunch of Baltimore artists. They know who they are.
So we gonna keep it hush until it's released. So how has it been working with Mr. Big Steve, Bodymore?
The homie. Yo, the homie show love. That's the homie. When I say that's the big homie, that's the big homie, because out of all the people that wanted to do music with me, they'd be like, yo, we gotta get you in the studio. But dude actually like straight came and grabbed me. Next thing you know, I found myself writing a whole hook in within like 30 minutes.
Has that been helpful?
It probably wasn't even 30 minutes.
The same night.
Has that support been helpful to you?
Yeah.
So how has it been? What's the experience been doing this project in terms of you learning what to do for your own project?
Hold up. Wait, what?
How has this experience working with Bodymore helped you with doing your own solo project?
Because I'm actually hanging with an artist that's really creating his music in front of my face. I mean, I ain't gonna say it out loud, but
yeah.
Okay, it's like
but
Come closer to your mic.
He part of the label, so you feel me? Like I'm helping them through everything. I'm teaching them everything, the business, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot to it than just going in there and singing.
Who was that big homie to you?
Shout out Bud Cardi. He's a rapper. You feel me? He been in the game a long time. You know what I mean? And he one of the legends in the city. You know what I'm saying? And he honestly the only one out of everybody I've ever met in this that actually sat me aside like, look, you can wrap yourself in a circle, but this is what you want to do if you want to make some money off of this.
We got to take another quick break. We got to pay bills here. So we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with Big Homie. Calvin.
She called every letter in the alphabet. X, Y, Z, A, B, D, F. Calvin.
So we'll be right back.
We've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know you're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education, brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National
What's going on, everybody? This is Brett, the 2016 intern here at Be Exposed Radio. I'm here to announce that the young and talented new artist Chink just dropped her new mixtape, Purple Potion, which is now available on Spinrilla and SoundCloud. If you haven't listened to it already, definitely be sure to check it out. And while you're at it, be sure to follow Chink on Instagram at Chink_OTR and to check out True to You Entertainment's website, truetoyouentertainment.weebly.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. This is your girl, Big Mama Ama, in the studio with the empathy from whom? All right, so
It's
now that I got
morning,
that out
okay.
right,
Okay,
obviously,
morning.
my bad, y'all.
It was just me.
And with your host, Nate, we got a studio full of people. Before I start introducing them, I would like to remind you that you too can join the conversation by calling 410-702-5657 or text in your comment or accolade at 443-642-9403. We'd love to hear your words and have you come and be a part of what we do here. It is the exchange after all. So in the studio with us, we are talking to the brother Calvin, the hardest working man.
Oh yes,
Hardest working man in Baltimore.
hallelujah.
And we are also joined by Bodymore Big Steve. He's talking about his new album, and he is. You have to forgive me. I missed the young man's name.
Tevin
Harper.
That's Tevin Harper, right?
Yeah.
We listened to their new single a little earlier, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was very old school. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Jodeci.
Okay, let me find out.
Yes, Jodeci.
Got a little R&B
yes,
soul in this
Jodeci.
vibe.
How many of y'all are here because of Jodeci?
Yeah, I'm not.
Shout out to the cameraman, Prophet.
So we have actually a topic for today, and it's based on taking inventory of your fears, those things that prevent you or hinder you from moving forward or even touching your dreams. So we're going to go around real quick and ask each other gentlemen in the room, what are those things that have or currently or may in the future prevent them in terms of fears? So I'll start with Mr. Harper.
Oh man, one main thing that kept me really from moving ahead was my divorce.
You said divorce?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a lot of heartbreak in the room today.
Right.
I left Baltimore, moved to Cali for a couple years or whatever. Was married. It was beautiful. Everything was on 100 until it came to a conclusion of divorce, and it was pretty hard because my life was opening up on the West Coast. Then I came crashing back to Baltimore. But those fears also turned into a strength because the love I was building the love I was building for Los Angeles, for real, it was instilling in me the love for Baltimore. So with everything that's going on, I hear people saying, man, I can't wait to get the F out of Baltimore, gotta get away from here. But I'm like, oh, wait, who gonna be the solution? And recognizing my gift, looking at all the things that I've been through, from group home to group home, prison to prison, making it out to parole, moving to the West Coast, seeing a better life, to crash back into an old lifestyle, to overcome it all and see that my gift is a major influence to how bright my city will shine one day.
So what was the fear that kind of kept you in doubt?
The fear basically was, all right, so I'm not a regular person. I just can't have a job. I really believe that in life, the only way I'm gonna make it is through this music. Because if you think about it, I kind of go deep. Nothing in America really belongs to us. We're not ordinary people for ordinary jobs. So I feel like our gifts is what really create us. And I also feel like that our gifts are being misused because these people see us and their greatness and want to take it and use it for their ability. However, the weakness or the fear was actually singing about all this. The feedback, because basically it's about my music is worship. Of course, God come first. My struggle, the things I've been through. People make up basically my potential album.
There we go. So you gotta. So I'll follow that question up in the next segment. But again, we gotta take a break. This
snap. I took
paying
a
bills
break.
thing is what it
That's
is.
a BGE.
Right.
Pay the bills.
So we'll be right back here on the Artist
Fast
Exchange Radio
forward.
Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't forget to check us out live right now. We're streaming
Right now
on
on
YouTube
YouTube.
at Be Exposed. Look for the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Word.
Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to get yourself noticed? Well then, why not sponsor us? There are lots of different options to choose from commercial spots and on-air shout-outs to interviews and even putting your logo on our website. Don't miss these great opportunities to get noticed. Check out our sponsorship packages on our Facebook page or on our website, beexposedradio.com.
You're struggling with your mortgage. You think about it. You don't do anything but think about it.
What are we going to do if we lose the house? Where are we going to go?
At work.
I can't let anybody find out. I'm so embarrassed.
At dinner.
How can I tell the kids? It's going to wreck their lives.
And at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get through this. What's going to happen to us?
It's time to stop thinking. It's time to start dialing. Call 1-888-995-HOPE for a free government program that offers expert one-on-one advice about your mortgage options.
I'm all alone.
No, you're not. We've helped over 1 million homeowners, and we want to help you. And now there are more ways to help. Call 1-888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
What's going on, everybody? This is Brett, the 2016 intern here at Be Exposed Radio. I'm here to announce that the young and talented new artist Chink just dropped her new mixtape, Purple Potion, which is now available on Spinrilla and SoundCloud. If you haven't listened to it already, definitely be sure to check it out. And while you're at it, be sure to follow Chink on Instagram at Chink_OTR and to check out True to You Entertainment's website, truetoyouentertainment.weebly.com.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Put it together. No, they allowed her to do her music, but because she has gospel music,
right?
She could have chosen anything.
Plethora.
Right, but she chose As We Lay, and then she called the organization bigots, the church bigots, for bashing her for doing As We Lay.
Then we gotta talk about Kate Michelle. We gotta talk about
event before you.
But we'll get on that. That's gonna be the last.
Okay.
I just wanted Brother Calvin.
I got some stuff about.
So we're back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, here live on BeExposedRadio.com. Joining us in the building, we got this prolific Mr. Harper right here to the left of me, to the right of me, Tevin Harper. Also, we got Body More Big Steve.
You gotta look at the picture.
We gotta talk about the name. We gotta talk about the name.
There's a lot going because I have to say it correctly.
Because it's a lot. It's a lot of Big Steve. You know what? Right. And to make it and to trademark my name, I had to put something in front of it.
There we go.
I own Body More Records, so why not Body More Big Steve?
There we go. Okay. There we go.
You know,
that makes sense.
And last on the, but certainly not least, Mr. Brother. I keep saying Mr.
Dr. Reverend Good Deacon.
I still call my pastor Miss Dr. I'm sorry, it's a lie.
I have to give you all of them.
Brother Calvin D. Tucker. So when we were coming back, actually in the last segment, I asked them a question based on our topic, and it was, what is in your fear inventory? Mr. Harper gave us an awesome answer for somebody that's 25. Shocked all of us. But I'm going to go over to Mr. Bodymore, Big Steve, and get his response. Okay. What are those fears that have helped you or kept you from going further?
That help me
because sometimes fears can push you.
I mean, I could say like what's helped me like really is like my pain and what I go through, you know what I mean. What's helped me is doubters, is people that say you can't do it, I love that. I swear to God, I hate me.
Has it always been a motivation, or is that something you learned?
It has. I'm a a-hole
from day one.
Look, you know what I mean? So like it's my job anyway to prove you wrong.
Right.
Like I got to.
Right.
I have to. So you feel me? So I love when people do that. I love when people say you can't do that. You know what I mean? I remember when I first started rapping, they like, why are you rapping to that beat? You ain't really gonna record it, because back then it wasn't, everybody ain't had no studio. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wasn't actually laying this, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it is now. You know what I'm saying? So then when I put it on a record, I started passing CDs out, they like, oh, he really did it. You thought it wasn't?
But what were some of those fears that kind of held you back?
Held me
back. Even though
I
this self-proclaimed.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can say like what's held me back. You know what I mean? And like I can't, and look, before I even say it, I know people gonna get offended. It is what it is, but like I've always let the people that were around me or who I was rapping with keep me here or there, because it's like they're not always motivated to do everything that I want to do, or they don't have the, I don't know, like, you know what I mean, maybe their life situations or whatever, it holds them from doing what I'm trying to do. Because, you know, like I travel state to state. I have three kids, so I find a way to do it. But I have, you know what I mean, like it's like you can only get so far trying to stay in this town when people don't really want to support until you're already a name, you know what I mean, a well-known name. Because, you know what I mean, half of the people you give CDs to, they don't even want to listen to it. They're like, you know what I mean, you probably just sound like the other dude over there. Blah,
and it's
blah,
experience,
blah.
but there's a lot of fear in yourself that you can't then return that love to somebody else.
But I mean, like either way, like I found my way around it. Probably too late. I ain't gonna say too late because it's never too
Always
late.
the right time.
I mean, you know what I mean? Rick Ross ain't really started popping till he's about what 35, 36. You feel me? I'm way under that. Way.
How way are we? About a couple bucks or so.
You funny. No, let me cut this off my face and I look that old.
You never know. We drinking a lot of water nowadays. You never know. You never know. So how have you, opposed to using it as something that keeps you back, how did you change that? Because you can't allow somebody else's hesitation to hold you back, because you got three miles to feed and 3 people that look into you for their inspiration.
And honestly, that's another thing. That's my biggest motivation too. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, like my oldest, she looks at me like I already made it. You know what I mean? And
she see the work.
It's so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like she'll go to school talking about her friend, you know, talk to her. My daddy be on TV. My daddy did this. My daddy did that. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it means so much to her. And like in her eyes, I already made it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can't let her down.
How have you changed that circle or the mindset of that circle of people around you?
Circle, because I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't. I just started moving differently, like the where as though like, all right, look, I got something going on in New York. You come in. If you're not, you're not. And whoever comes. If it's just me and one over, like, you know what I mean? When I was with my girl, it was just me and my girl everywhere. Because she, you know what I mean? She supported me, everything I did. So like, it was just me and her everywhere. Sometimes other people would come, sometimes they didn't, but I'm not going to stop just because somebody don't want to go.
Shout out to Miss Big Homie holding them down.
That's what the song was about. She's no longer with us.
But then you got to give out the support system. You got to shout it out.
Like, you know, I mean, support system. I mean, shout out to Tevin Harper. You know what I mean? Shout out. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, even though they not moving with me, like, they still support me, man. Shout out Big. Shout out GC. Shout out China. Shout out, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people that support me. And then there's a lot of people that I don't know support me.
You never, I just told Cal, you never know who's watching you.
Exactly.
And those are the people that are getting you to the places that you actually are getting to.
Right.
So, and you not changing your circle, how have you started telling them, like, this is what we have to do? Is it going to be a cutoff point where, if you're still doing the same thing?
At least, like, when I look at like Biggs is like my brother. Like it's been years. You know what I'm saying? So to at least I know like what Joe, like, I probably would never say, all right, you cut off.
Right.
It's going to more be like, I'm gonna just show you that this is real, and then hope that motivates you to want to, you know what I mean, come on, you know what I mean, and do what you got to do. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean, I understand, like, all right, you know what I mean, you got the kids to support, you got this, that, and the third. You can't just take off and do this and do that. I understand it.
Right.
So that's why I don't really like be as hard on them like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, look, I ain't talking to you. You ain't trying to do this, or you ain't trying to do that.
Is that aging that has helped you to mellow out or refocus?
I guess age can help you mellow out. I don't know. I was tripping last night. What was doing? Like, I don't know, yo. I don't know. I have my moments, you know what I mean? That's what the album is about.
There we go. We're gonna listen to it.
That's what it is.
I'll give you some feedback, let you know how I felt, where my emotions are. So I'm gonna go over to Calvin and ask him the same question. What has been those fears that have helped you or hurt you or kept you from achieving or moving forward?
Well, I'm gonna start more recent because I got rid of my fears at an early age, growing up in the church, being put in front of people to public speak all the time, and growing up in a house where performing arts is how we breathed. Fear and things like, and not being scared of who I am has never been an issue for me. But mindset and has been an issue that has blocked me. Right. So that brings me into one of the other questions you asked too, music. So I'll start there. For example, I've been an independent recording artist for 14 years. And some of that has been by choice, and some of that has been by just accepting whatever I get. You know what I'm saying? The mentality that people are trying to help. In 2006, I did a college tour to raise money, dropped that as a mixtape, a live mixtape. Then of course the quality was weird because it was supposed to be a DVD and that didn't work. So he suggested we transfer the footage to DVD.
Audio.
So it was as if you were there. You heard babies crying and Mike squeaking. So, but it wasn't a Walmart project. It was to raise money for me to go to college. But still, accepting, what I'm saying, what you get rather than holding out is what I didn't have back then. I had a vision. God had something on my heart. I had to get it out. That's how I felt. And
sometimes
partly
it's
I
by
feel
all
that
means
way.
necessary.
I still feel that way, but it's still a level of excellence. And so then after that, 2012, Can I Get an Intro? The song you just heard, See His Face. It was a situation with that, and that was supposed to be my emergence to mainstream. But long story short, it didn't work out that way because I was used to, you meet artists in a room like this, you talk, y'all vibe like, oh, I see what you're doing. I want to help you do this, whatever. Come record in my studio or come jump on this joint. What they don't tell you is that, if you're not paying the fee, they're not giving you their best quality. And by the time you get to figure that out, you got press releases out. You got, what I'm saying? You're in it too far. And so I'm at the point now where it's excellence or nothing. And so I really reevaluate. I said, okay, I'm gonna give it one more try. I'm gonna give it an official mainstream try. I had this epiphany like 3 months ago, and it was a process. When I moved out on my own, it elevated me as a man. You know what I'm saying? Common sense, certain things just started changing my mind frame.
Eviction to do that to you.
No, I was living with my parents before then. So, but yeah, I'm on my own. That was one. Then when I got my new car, I wasn't expecting that. And I didn't have to put any money down. I didn't have to trade in my old car. And my monthly payments are super low. I didn't see it. Like, that's why I tell people God is your best manager. And you can set goals and dreams, but you got to be open to hear what the Holy Spirit is saying and showing you. I wanted a new car, but I wasn't walking around looking for it. That's another story. But I got a new car this year. And so how that happened, it changed my mentality on what I should accept, And so that fast forward into my meetings with different different producers. I was like, okay, I'm doing it mainstream. I know who to go to. I have all my connections. I have everything I need. I've studied the industry, worked at labels. So I was like, now you got to put some of this stuff in place. God is giving you what you need, but you're not using it. You were stuck in a certain mind frame. And now I'm out of that mind frame. So I'm excited because I'm working with a Grammy-nominated producer from Baltimore and his partner who actually followed my work and supported my work, and I followed theirs. See, that's the thing about it too. They're on this level, but they still know about me. They still support and have, positive things for me. So I remember, I will say this, one of the guys on the production team is a popular musician from Baltimore. And so when I dropped the mixtape, the live one back in 2006, I ran into him. And he was like, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, I just dropped the mixtape. He like, yeah, I got it. And I thought he was joking with me because people don't really support, like, in Baltimore it's really weird. I just knew he was joking. And I was kind of hurt at first. He was like, no, I got it. And when he said it, I was like, okay, he really had it. He has no idea to this day what that did for me. Because it was in the Christian bookstore over by the Alameda. It was in my college bookstore. So it was out. So he said I got it as soon as I saw it, pulled it off the shelf. I was like, wow. And that was way back. I was singing in all kind of keys back then. I'm telling you, man, quality. So to have that support, somebody can see past where you're going back then. Now I'm linking up with them the right way. So that's what I'm saying.
A lot of people are looking at your drive and your professionalism today. Right. That's what people are focusing on because I can train you how to sing, train you to sing. I can polish you off, but I can't teach you professionalism.
And that's what I tell my mentees. Yeah, I teach that. My legacy is professionalism in the fashion industry. When you say my name, the first thing is going to come out of their mouth. Not like he's the cutest or his designs are the best. It's going to be that young man knows what he's doing. And he's professional. And that's what I teach and I strive for, especially as African Americans. That's a whole nother conversation. Like, it's my pet peeve for our people to be anything less than 100% in what we pursue. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at in my person, because you got to practice what you preach. Right. And so it's really ministered to me to get myself together. So what I'm working on now is a mainstream single with this amazing production team. And so we're going to launch it, and then we're going to build from there. I got sponsorship packages ready because I'm going to need some help. I'm funding it myself. I believe in that, but I'm going to try to pull in some sponsors. So if it wasn't fear, but it was a state of mind that was holding me back from grabbing the resources that that God put in my life, and it was blocking me from grabbing.
And and like I said, how I got this topic was eavesdropping. and I was overhearing somebody else's conversation, and I realized for myself, fear isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just fear is a decision, and it's sitting in front of you, and it's just the hesitation that you have. Like, if I become famous, then what? It's always a then what. I've always been that person who could see the end result. It was just a road that was always blurry to me. And that scared the hell out of me because I can see what I want and I can see myself being there. But how I get there, that road, because I've seen other people travel along that road, and it's not always like that. And it can be up and down. But I've realized the experience is the framework and the foundation for building your dreams and actually achieving them. And we have to get over that fear of what if. You know, what if I always had a fear. I tell people I have a fear of being a bum because some of the guys that I grew up with are bums. They still live with their mom, or with no hope of anything else, or they living off of somebody else, and it's not anything about them that is about achieving anything. They're comfortable in being who they are, and that was a fear for me because that's what I saw around me. But I had to change that. And if you're not moving up, and it's not so much I'm gonna leave you, we still cool, but I'm gonna call you. I'm not hanging out with you no more because that idea of me becoming you is more and more apparent the more I hang out with you. So I had to change my environment and the people around me. So that helped me to move forward. And I still got love for everybody. It's just I couldn't be in that circle no more. Sometimes being alone will teach you a lot more than trying to be in that circle of people. So real quick, I'm gonna go around the room, see where we can find you at on social media, where people can send them checks and such. Mr. Harper.
You can find me on Facebook, Tevin Harper, like Tevin Campbell, but Tevin Harper.
Tell me what you want me to do.
I got lately in my head.
More like, can we talk?
See, there we go. Don't do that.
Yes.
I wanna know your name.
So warm to keep that. We're gonna bring that out in the next segment. Bring it out.
Oh yeah, Instagram. The wrong impressions. You know that thing.
Wow.
A lot of women fall under.
Oh,
the wrong impression.
That's your Instagram name?
So we're going to come back real quick. We got to take another break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BigExposedRadio.com. We about to have a hug circle right here because there's a lot of broke hearts in the room. But it's cool. It's cool. We learn from that. We'll be right back.
Fix it, Jesus.
On the Artist Exchange on BigExposedRadio.com. Don't
The Fashion Umbrella Foundation is proud to announce the Educational Honors. The Foundation is a grassroots organization that champions inner-city youth by providing educational opportunities and resources to engage youth in the arts and STEM. The Educational Honors is a youth-based program that recognizes students in grades 7 through 12 who have at least a 2.5 GPA and perfect attendance for one school year. Those selected will be invited and recognized at the Educational Honors Awards reception on Saturday, October 15th, 2016. City Council President Bernard C. Jack Young will be the keynote speaker for the evening. Students will also be inducted as Fashion Umbrella Foundation Scholars for the class of 2016. For more information about the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, visit www.fashionumbrella.org or email us at info@thefashionumbrella.org.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Focus on the word take for a moment.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, when I begin to just, think about take. When you taking something. Yes, we think about, the possession and grabbing hold, but when you taking something on, you're capturing it, you're securing it, and you become impregnated with that.
Wow.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Do you want to promote your business? Do you want to get yourself noticed? Well then, why not sponsor us? There are lots of different options to choose from commercial spots and on-air shoutouts to interviews and even putting your logo on our website. Don't miss these great opportunities to get noticed. Check out our sponsorship packages on our Facebook page or on our website, beexposedradio.com.
Okay, so just type the job website address here. That's it. Then you enter what job you're looking for there.
Electrician.
This is Peter. Recently, he got help going on the internet for the first time to look for a new job.
Okay, then you just hit search and...
In the past, Peter's gotten work through people he knew, but he heard there were more jobs online.
there we go.
These are all for me?
Uh-huh.
Really?
He had no idea just how many.
I can't believe it. This one looks good.
Peter is thinking the internet might be for him after all.
And this is just one website.
Wow. Why didn't I do this sooner?
See what the internet can help you do at everyoneon.org or call 1-855-387-9166 to find a free training class near you. Brought to you by Connect to Compete and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. This is the final segment of the Artist Exchange Radio Show's Saturday broadcast. We thank you so much for joining us. So we were here today talking about fears and how they can hold you back and maybe even motivate you sometimes. And I don't think I heard anybody speak on a fear that motivated them. So maybe we can do this last segment and talk about where you found yourself looking at what we could consider fear and how it motivated you to move to a new level.
I guess moving out, because when I moved out, I was 31, 30 or 31. I'm 32 now. I had come home from college, did all that and thought I was going to have a job of my dreams at a record label. Yeah. So I looked around. I'm like, I'm 30 something, still at home with my parents. Now, mind you, I'm not a scrub either, but still in my head, I envisioned myself married with kids in my house by now. But that wasn't how it worked. So I'm like, it was stuff going on at home. I'm like, I've outgrown living at home. It's time to go. But my fear was I had been there all my life, and the struggles I would have financially. How am I going to do it? So got a roommate, moved out. When I did that led into what I was saying earlier about my mentality as a man changed for the better, and me reaching for stuff in terms of my life, not music, entertainment, none of that, for my life changed because I stepped out and did that move. You know what I'm saying? When they would look at my parents, looking at me like, are you sure are you ready? Because of the financial thing, because of student loans and Sally Mae stuff that's still going on right now.
Amen.
Those are the things
Sally
that was a
want her
fear
money.
of mine. And that's why I couldn't up and leave and go to Atlanta or somewhere, because that stuff would fall on my father.
Right.
So I guess that's a fear. I didn't want fear of not making enough money to be able to support that, so that it wouldn't fall on my parents.
Okay.
That's one of them. So moving out, it definitely helped me. Yeah.
It always gives you a new perspective when it's your place now. It's like, oh, this is my shit.
Right.
Whoops, my bad. Okay. So a fear that motivated you.
I really can't think of one. I really can't think of a fear that motivates me.
Really?
Maybe maybe the
Something
fear
that
is the
made
wrong
you-
word. Maybe it's like
Maybe fear
uncomfortability.
a situation that forced you to make a decision that you didn't realize you were ready to make, or that you didn't necessarily feel like you were ready to make.
Man, I don't know, man. I guess moving around without my team. I don't know. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That's
you know what I
good.
mean? I always wanted to keep my team with me. You know what I'm saying? When I was, doing whatever I was doing, you know what I mean? Like state to state doing these shows or whatever. I always wanted my team with me. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like a
Comfort
you
zone.
feel-
It's
yeah, it's
support.
like comfort zone. Yeah, on stage or whatever. Like you're around all these people you don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you know what I mean? It's something that I had to do because I know I need to build my brand. I need to, I need to expand my brand. You know what I'm saying? And then like I got places like New Orleans and Houston where people already knew of me. They like my music, but I never been there. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go there, and these people don't want to go there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had, you know what I mean? I had to make that move without them. You know what I mean? And so I guess that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
My new fear though is quitting my job and working full time in entertainment. That's where God is working on me on that. Yeah.
Embrace it. Just jump out there from someone who is addicted to her 9 to 5. So I'm just telling you, do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. So one of the things that I as an actor, as a performer, I know that dealing with fear is kind of part of what we do. We have to get up in front of people we don't know. We perform. We have to convince them that what we are doing or saying matters. And I know for me, I am never nervous when it comes time to performance until right before I go out on stage. Just before I step out there, it's like, whew, all right, this is going to happen. Here we go. And then you fall into whatever, rehearsals, you fall into your process and you just live on stage. For you all, where is that moment? Where is that, all right, here we go moment? Is that when does that come for you?
It's like you have to motivate yourself in every moment. I tell people, because I do so many different areas of entertainment, every time I do something for the first time, I get nervous. Like my first television appearance, I was nervous. My first national television experience, I was like the next level, whatever it is, I'll get nervous the first time. But for the stuff like acting and stuff that I do, interestingly enough, I get nervous after the show. Really? Or I get real hyped like after the show and I can't sleep and stuff like that. Because I go into a zone to do me during the show, and nervousness doesn't hold me back. It pushes me to get past it. So after, it's like when I really feel, I'm like, oh,
the adrenaline is coming down.
Yeah, I guess.
What about you, Mr. Bodymore, Big Steve?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
For me, I find that nerves bother me just before I actually step out on stage for the first real performance, whatever that may be. For you, where do you find you are most nervous when thinking about performing?
Like, all right. Well, I mean, I'm most comfortable on stage, and I mean, I know that's weird because I'm not a social person. I really don't I don't talk to people unless they talk to me. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't say hi when I see people. I guess that's rude, but I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a really closed in person. So for me to be the most open and cool and active on stage is kind of weird. But you know what I mean? I'll say I had a show last year at Baltimore Soundstage. It was packed. Now, before I went on, it was another local rapper that was on, and it was cleared out. Maybe probably 30 people looking at the stage. Everybody was outside smoking, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So they say my name. I'm behind it. I got my people on there hyping and whatever. So I don't know what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? So the beat drop, boom, boom. I come out on stage and it's literally packed on the arm in it. And I'm in my mode, but I turn around and I look at that and I literally almost cried. That means so much to me because it's you do so much doing this. You know what I mean? You're doing so much. And it's you never take you never take time to stop and just realize that what you're doing is not in vain anymore. People are actually taking into what you're doing, and that just meant so much to me. And then it's different races and everything. You know what I mean? It just blew my mind. Really, and I had to keep it moving in the same sense. I can't stop the show because I'm getting emotional right now. You know what I mean? But it was just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And then after the show, it was one guy from Carroll County. He was you know what I mean? I had your CD when I was 12 years old. It made me feel old as a mother. But he's I had your CD. 20 seconds. All right, I can't tell a story then. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much for joining us this Saturday. We hope that you all find your way back at some point. Thank you all for joining us. This is the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We will see you next Friday, 7 o'clock sharp.
Hey, yeah.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom.
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text.